Crown tilt, swag drip, see the royal green walk in. Main stage, living out a dream, hustle hard, roll deep, never skip a beat. Diamonds in the rough, yeah, we bring the heat. Chain heavy, gold plated, got that regal stance. March 4th, no doubt, in this royal dance. Queens rise, heads high, in our zone we reign. Breaking every chain, forging paths through the pain. Queen are you, let the world know. Rise up, shine bright, let that spirit glow. Stand tall, be fierce, let the fire ignite. Which queen are you? Own your crown tonight. Pages turn, history written in our name, legacy. You say you need a break, now go. I won't beg or plead, you know. My strength comes from letting go. Watch me rise, I'll steal the show. The power of no is all I need. Your words can hurt or make me bleed. Standing tall with all my grace. No longer playing in your space. You said I wouldn't make it through, but look at me now, feeling brand new. I found the love inside of me. Break the chains, I'm finally free. The power of no is all I need. Your words can hurt or make me bleed. Standing tall with all my grace. No longer playing in your space. You said I wouldn't make it through, but look at me now, feeling brand new. I found the love inside. Play my heart like a worn-out record. Needle skips and here comes this sorrow. Your love felt sweet, but now it's shattered. Left with echoes I can't follow. Tears and whispers in the midnight air. Promises faded like fading shadows. You were the light, but now you're nowhere. Dancing alone in empty meadows. Heartstrings unraveled, soul undone. Lost in the night, searching for dawn. Picking up pieces one by one. Find a new beat and carry on. I wear my heartache like an old coat, stitched with dreams torn at the seams. I'll gather strength from every note, make a new tune out of my dreams. Gone are the days of being downcast. Time to rise with the morning sun. With every step away from the past, I find the courage to run. Storms can't last forever, my dear. Rain washes away all the pain. Through every cry, through every tear, I'll turn this heartache into gain.
To the MI, cat like a semi. Niggas stole my car, won't you get mine? Give your ass a black eye. Oh, say bye-bye. I'ma get your body to the sky. Run through your clip. Nigga, you pissed, don't trip. I'ma have to bust you in your lips. And the whips, better have a whole lot of chips. Cause I ain't for no nigga giving tips. She's a bitch. When you say my name, talk more jump, but won't look.
So y'all, I know I said I came in photo bomb. Photo bomb! What's up, y'all? What we on? What we on?
What y'all with?
He don't know. He's just here for the ride. Poor Chuck. We in the savage room though. That's what we at. This is series 1. Who we got coming? Man, she a bitch. Ooh. There go them Skittles. he gonna break it off first. We on Venom and Virtue. And now, I'm out.
And there she goes. Just leave me out here looking crazy. All right, y'all. Venom and Virtue. Listen. I've been asked to tell these queens, I always gotta get picked to be the bad guy. I've been asked, though, to tell y'all, right?
Because we always have you as a good guy.
What men think of a weak-minded woman. Probably gonna lose some fans today. Listen, I'm always gonna keep it a band with y'all no matter what. I'm gonna tell y'all what the deal is. I'm gonna tell you what's real. I ain't gonna play around. We ain't gonna play no games. My mama ain't play like that. So, I'm gonna be putting these specs on here and there so I could try to keep it respectful. But I got some definitions and some things I wanted to read off to y'all and stuff like that too, though. I got some things I want y'all to look at and know, because listen, when we start talking about weak-minded people, period, right? You never think of yourself. You think of homeboy next door. You think of old girl on the bus. You think of man, dude at work. You feel me? Like, you never think of yourself. But honestly, what in the world even is a weak-minded woman? What is weak-minded? Okay. So here we go. It's an adjective, y'all, by the way. It means it's showing no determination or stupid. You got some related words and phrases like stupid, silly, absurd, adolescent, against your better judgment. These are all phrases and words that are synonymous with weak-minded. Wow, that's crazy. But what I want to delve into is what it means to be weak-minded and highlight 5 telling signs that you might just be weak-minded. And I ain't even gonna play with y'all. I'm gonna hit y'all with the 5 off the top. I'm gonna let y'all know them so they can marinate with you a little bit and you can think about them while we're discussing this. You heard me? One thing is fear of failure and risk aversion is part of being weak-minded. It's one of them signs that you might be a weak-minded person. Lack of commitment is a sign that you might be a weak-minded person. Inability to control your emotions might just be a sign. Could be a sign now. I'm just saying, might be a sign. Mr. Hothead, Mrs. Hothead, might be a sign, ma'am, that you're a weak-minded person. Dependence on others for validation. Grades, skates in the morning. Listen, y'all. If you're dependent on others for validation, that just might be a sign, a very strong sign, that you're a weak-minded woman. And number 5 is, what's number 5, y'all? Oh, avoidance of responsibility. A lot of people avoid responsibility. See, now, you might have 1 or 2 of these that you dibble or dabble in, but it's not really a strong factor in your life. We ain't talking about you. That's not who we're talking about, right? But in these 5 signs, if you have a strong commitment to any one of these, then there's some weak-mindedness in you. Check your DNA, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, check your DNA. Get out your DNA burner, your DNA writer, or whatever, and see if you can't rewrite some things for yourself. We can talk about that later, coming up in a little bit, though. So now, What do men think of weak-minded women? Shoot, depends on the type of man. Honestly, is we talking about a dog or a king? Because, I mean, a king's cultivate, right? Dogs poop on your floor, pee on your furniture, eat up your food, and then lay there looking crazy like, well, I ain't do nothing. So what type of man are we talking about? What man? You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it bad with you. What man? Right? Because a king, like I said, a king cultivates. So if he sees enough interest in you, if he got enough interest in you, then he might want to try and cultivate you. But I can promise you, he gonna have some thoughts. And I can promise you, if he don't see some consistent change or forward motion in you as he's trying to cultivate you, he's gonna pluck you up by the roots. I'm just saying. It's just as simple as that. That's how it's gonna go with a king, because we don't got time to play or waste. You know, some of y'all do some slick things to hold on to a king, but at the end of the day, you're risking your life. So, because when he wake up, he might not. he might not think. So, depending on if you're dealing with a dog or a king, I'm gonna tell y'all what a man gonna think about some of these 5 signs. That's this helping you determine whether or not you're a weak-minded woman. But first, as usual and always, I want to tell y'all some good stuff. I'm going to start y'all off with some scripture, right? Because, listen, there's so much Bible in me, I got to give you some scripture. I can't talk without talking the word. Even when I don't say scripture, I'm telling you the word, you might not even recognize it because there ain't no word in you. But you need to start studying. You need to start reading. You need to start playing you some stuff at night when you go to sleep and put something in you besides them crazy stories about somebody getting killed, the housewives and all that old craziness. Take that craziness out and put something else in, y'all. Anyway, side note. Side note, y'all. So listen. In 2 Timothy, right, chapter 3, it talk about, actually it describes some, listen, I'm going to read y'all something. Just see if you're with me on this, okay? We talking about what the man think, but it depends on what type of man. So let me tell y'all something, okay? In verse, we're going to start with verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times will come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, dogs, worse than dogs. Because a dog will love his master. A man is a lover of his own self. That's what he worse than a dog. Covetous dogs, boasters, dogs. Y'all seen it. You know dogs boasters. He'd be at the gate. You open the gate and then go sit down. Like he ain't said nothing. Right? You know what time it is. Y'all seen them dogs. Boasters. Proud. Blasphemers. Worse than dogs. Super. Listen, blasphemy is like ultimate disrespect. For real. And even dogs grow up in packs knowing respect, right? Disobedient to parents. Unthankful. Unholy. Dogs. Without natural affection. Worse than a dog. Because the dog knows his natural affection. He only have, listen, I take that back. Because y'all know y'all done seen some of them dogs that'll hump a man's leg. Craziness, y'all. Without natural affection, dogs. Truce breakers, dogs. False accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, worse than dogs. If you're a good person, dogs don't even bark at you. Pay attention. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, worse than dogs. Having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. You like, Chuck, what in the world do this Bible scripture got to do? I'm going to tell you. He just described a certain type of man. It says, for men shall be. And then that was the list. The list came after for men shall be. So this is describing you certain type of men. Right? We just call them dogs. Right? They dogs. Right? That's what he got to do with it. He describing certain type of men. He says, from such turn away. Right? Because for of this sort, or what sort? This type of men that it listed in this big, dumb, long 1, 2, 3, 4. And this big long, four scripture list of types of men that you should turn away from. It says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. That means some of them, they know exactly what to say. See, a man, just a dog. A dog, when he see you and he see a weak-minded woman, he thinks some things. Like, for example, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna turn her inside out and run her raggedy. I'm just saying. I probably have to fight when I leave here now. Y'all know I might, listen, ladies, y'all better throw up them dukes and help me too. I might get jumped when I go out this building. But telling y'all some of this stuff I'm finna tell you, because, listen, it's time out for the foolishness. For real. It's time out. So, it says, for this sort, they which creep, for of this sort are they which creep into houses. What sort? That big list I just read y'all, them dog men. Right? That big list I just read y'all, them dog men? Yeah. Of that sort, they the ones that creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. Wait a minute. Laden, man. Could you talk plain English? Okay, let me get to y'all plain English. To heap up or pile up sins on top of you. What kind of sins? All kind of diverse lusts. Because these dog men, what they thinking about you is, I'm going to pile so much crap on top of this chick, she ain't going to know which way is up. I'm going to turn her over, turn her out, turn her inside down, and never get in which way but loose. And when I got her, they dapping each other up. Yeah, homeboy, I got her. This is what they thinking when they look at you. They look at you and see, as soon as they see a weak-minded woman, the dog man plans on pooping in your house, peeing on your furniture, humping on you, eating up your food, and laying around. Listen. You ain't got to take it from me. I'm just a man. I'm saying, what you want me to do? Lie to you? I bet you right now some of y'all thinking about that dude that's at your house right now. Then when you came home, your tuna sandwich was gone. Because you left your lunch on the counter by mistake. And he ain't even had a decency to bring it to you. He went on and ate it. Unless you find out it was gone when you can come back and you don't see nothing but crust and crumbs. Anyway, moving along. So it says, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden, that is to heap up or piled up with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. So, and I can tell you right now, kings, dogs, we both be saying the same thing. She can't never come to the knowledge of the truth. You can't teach her and teach her and teach her and teach her. She ain't never coming to the, just ever learning and never coming to the knowledge of the truth. You know exactly how to say what might piss a man off. You learned that pretty well. You might know exactly how to say what might, manipulate him to go this way or that way. You learned that manipulations pretty well. But when it came to knowledge of the truth, you was ever learning and never coming to the knowledge of the truth. So perhaps you've been learning some wrong things. Perhaps some of y'all are about to hit the button now and click off of this whole teaching because you don't concern yourself with the knowledge of the truth. You want to go see what the baddies is doing in the baddie girl house or whatever that crazy show is they got on. You want to go see that. You want to see what they doing. You want to see who getting in the fight today. You want to see who getting disrespected and who getting smacked in the mouth today. You want to see which one of them scrapping and gonna stay on the show and get kicked off the show. You can learn all that. But when it comes to the knowledge of the truth, I'm just saying. Listen. What a king think of a weak-minded woman, let me tell you one of the things we think. We think it's disgusting. Anyway. So we're going to go back to that list. You know, them 5 things that I told you might be a weak-minded woman. So fear of failure and risk aversion. If you got fear of failure, and I'm not talking about like, if it's just sometimes you be like, man, I don't know if I want to try that because it's a bit risky. We ain't talking about healthy fear. We're talking about you always have an aversion for risk. You never want to risk anything to gain something big. Right? Because fear holds you and petrified, I think they used to call it back in the day. You petrified. What's petrified? It's a hard stone. You can't move. You stuck. You petrified. So scared you can't move. If you're so scared you can't move, ain't no going forward with you. So automatically Kingdom be like, I can't go nowhere with this chick. She petrified. The dog man, I'm tell you what he gonna be like. He gonna be like, oh, she one of them. She's scared to go forward. She's stuck right here. So listen, stay right here, honey. He gonna make it comfortable for you. Just stay right here while I use you up. Poop all over your house like a dog. That's what he gonna do. He gonna crap all over your life. But he gonna make you comfortable as you could be where you at because you petrified. You got an aversion to risk. You fear failure too much to succeed. What can a king do? With a woman who fears failure too much. Every time he want to take a risk, she holding you an anchor on his shoe. You an anchor on his shoe. He like, man, I'm fitting to hop out this water and get my Peter walk on. I'm fitting to hop out this boat and get my Peter walk on. I'm about to walk on water and he gonna sink. You know why? Because you're gonna be the one holding him down, scared to death to go do something new. So why he want to walk on water, even if for just a moment. With you, he gonna hop in and sink straight to the bottom. That's what he gonna be thinking, man, this chick gonna drag me straight to the. What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? See, that's a problem. That's a real problem, queens, because some of you really are. Listen, first and foremost, right? This is a common trait among those who are weak-minded. That crippling fear is a common trait. You know, so if you want to, you know, if you want to know what the man thinking, the man thinking, listen, he thinking get away from this chick. That's what he thinking. So if you got crippling fear, does it sound familiar? You got crippling fear, you don't. Anything that sounds a little risky or new, you never mind. You never mind it. Because when anything that sounds risky or new, you never mind it. You just listen. What the dog man gonna think is, she easy to use. Oh, this one, I got me a good one. She easy to use. Wow, boy. Dudes be getting excited. I done seen it. Time and time and time and time and time and time again. And 100 times more. Dudes get excited because they got them a scary chick. She's scared to death. It's easy for me to manipulate her. I'm going to do what I want to do with this one. Hey, listen, hold me down. I'm about to go in. Woo, Lord of mercy. Imagine being at a crossroads, right? Well, one path you know all about is familiar. It's not that great, but it's familiar. It's comfortable. And it's really pretty much without any surprises. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing coming up. Right? But the other path, you don't know nothing about. Except for one thing. There's something to be gained over there in that path. But you've never been it before, and you don't really know nobody that's been on that path. If you can't take one step forward towards that path, you gotta start thinking, am I weak-minded? Am I too lazy to go find something out about this path? Am I too closed-minded to think I could go walk on this path a little bit and see what's happening over there? What can I make it? Am I too weak-minded to think in myself that I'm strong enough to go do something I've never done before? Don't look at me, I'm asking you. Because if you're not, if you prefer to just stay on that comfortable, known, boring, going nowhere path, it is what it is. I mean, we how Forrest Gump mama says, stupid is as stupid does. Well, weak is as weak does. It is what it is. So, number 2, lack of commitment. Now listen, this is just for people in general, right? But it applies to everybody, but we're talking to the queens today, right? If you can't commit to something, if every time you tell this man, listen, if you do this, I'm out, and he go do this, and you still there, fussing and complaining like he your child. If he go cheat on you and you're still out, and you're gonna fuss, you might want to even fight on him, but you're gonna stay with him. That's weak-minded. You don't have enough esteem in yourself. Esteem is where you see something worthwhile in yourself, or when you see something worthwhile in something. So self-esteem is when you see something worthwhile in you, yourself. It's called esteem of oneself. So if you don't have enough self-esteem, that's weak-minded in and of itself. If you can't stay committed to what you said. I ain't even gotten to talk to the part about where you done promised to do thus and so, and here you are not doing thus and so. You done promised to not do this and that, but here you are doing this and that. And you have no what do you call it? You don't feel no type of way about breaking that word. You just make up excuses. That's a weak-minded person. So you might be a weak-minded person. It's a red flag for sure. But you might be you make big promises and don't never follow through. If you start this week and by next week you done found 80 reasons why you just can't do this. Now you might be a weak-minded person. If the smallest obstacles derail your plans, ain't no sense in it. The smallest obstacles derail your plans. Let me tell you what the king gonna think. Listen, I can't do nothing with this. It don't matter how much time, effort, love, or anything else I put into this one. And this tree ain't gonna grow. Ain't gonna be no fruit on this at all. This is a whole bunch of labor for no reward. That's what the king gonna be thinking. So if you're wondering why you keep finding these slugs when you're trying to find you a king, if you're wondering why you keep running across these jesters, these court jesters, these clowns, these buffoons, when you're looking for a king. But you can't stay committed to your word. You can't stay committed to what you put yourself to. Maybe you got your answer of why. Is your mind strong enough to see that? Because if it is, there's a chance for you. I can tell you that. Number 3. Woo, baby, this is a big one, boy. Hold on. Hold tight. Ain't like to burn down my eyes. All right. One more time. Number 3. Inability to control emotions. How do you react when things don't go your way? Are you able to take a deep breath and approach the situation with a calm and rational mindset? Or do you let your emotions take over, jump up and down, holler, scream, pitch a fit, and make it terrible and hell on earth for everybody around you until you get your way? Because I can listen. A dog man, he gonna be like, he gonna try to figure out how to break you from doing all that. He gonna be trying to figure out how I gotta take over. He gotta beat his chest. See what I'm saying? But a king, that's a deal breaker for a king. That's a deal breaker. King will be thinking, oh, she got me mistaken for somebody else. She must be. Listen, I gotta go. He can be thinking, where's Shorty girl number at? They was talking about it was that nice one I met. That I told her I'm with somebody. Where her number? She wrote it somewhere. That's what he gonna be thinking. He gonna be thinking, get the hell away from this broad, because she is all the way in the way. And he gonna be trying to find out or figure out why he even was wasting his time in the first place. Right? That's what he gonna be thinking. He gonna be thinking, this weak, sick-minded, something. I don't even want to say all the words because I really practice, man. Listen, I practice on my speech. Understand me? I practice on my speech. Y'all might catch me as the baby was to say, spitting some Skittles sometime, but that's very, very, very rare.
Don't you be coming for me.
I ain't coming for you. Y'all hear this? Think about color for her. Listen, that's very rare, okay? It's rare. All right? I don't do it, right, on purpose. Because I was taught that that's the sign of a weak mind, too. Because if you cuss all the time, right, they say that your vocabulary gets weakened. And after a while, your vocabulary go weak, and words help formulate thoughts. So when you can't come up with the words, then that dumb you down. Cussing all the time. I mean, we talking about somebody that got 80 degrees. I mean, I don't know. She could probably afford to dumb down something. But the rest of us,
What?
the rest of us, I can't afford to dumb down like that. I just can't afford it. For real. So, moving right along, though. So listen, inability to control your emotions is a hallmark of weak-mindedness. Right, and I ain't talking about just jumping up and just cussing and stuff. I'm talking about not being able, when you get angry, first of all, not being able to just not get out of control angry, incredible Hulk anger, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one to contest this. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I have had the anger of Moses. Y'all understand? I tell everybody, listen, I got a Moses problem. I got a David Banner secret. What's the secret? Y'all can't tell. That I hold a lot of anger. A lot of anger. I can tell you some things that, listen, I hold a lot of anger. And it was anger that was not just mine, not just from my experiences, but passed down generationally. So that was something I had to deal with within myself, between me and my God. And I had to practice on, first of all, defeating the generational curses and getting that up off me. And then I could, and focusing on being quick to hear and slow to speak. See, a lot of you women, you want a king, right? You want a king, but he looking for a queen, and a queen knows, right? A queen has a certain amount of wisdom, right? A queen knows that you have to listen more than you speak. It's better to come from a quiet spirit. As a matter of fact, a soft answer turns away wrath, the Bible says. So that's why a queen knows. A queen knows how to calm a king in his anger. He don't need somebody just as angry as him and ain't got no control at all over herself. And then on top of that, every time she don't get her way, she flipping out. That ain't a queen at all. That's a mess. That's a train wreck on a ship. That's a shipwreck on a train. Nigga, what do you mean? We can't have that. Can't have that at all. Listen, you see him be folding stuff up, put stuff. He'll be like, "What you doing? What you doing, honey? What you doing, babe?" Packing. What look like I'm doing? You be like, "Where you going?" I ain't going nowhere. You getting out. These your things I'm packing up. Because that's what he going to be ready to do. Take you and everything that got to do with you and about you and toss you in the garbage. He about to trash all that and put that out on the curb with the rest of the trash. That's what the king going to be thinking about you. With your weak-minded self. Because we just can't deal with all that. That's too much emotional stress. To have to deal with a person who can't control their emotions. I mean, think about it. The last time you saw somebody lose control of their temper over something minor, you said that person was cray-cray. You might have even called them retarded. You said they needed to get their life. So just think about that, and you can just give you an indication of, what we thinking of how your mind and your mental game is completely underdeveloped. So, moving right along to number 4. Dependence on others for validation. Listen, have you ever felt the need for constant praise and validation from the people around you? Because if you have, I can tell you right now, when you need constant validation, the dog gonna give it to you. The dog, man, he gonna give you all that validation. Baby, you gorgeous, you beautiful, you so smart, and he thinking in the back of his mind, this dumb bit, you know what I'm saying? So think about it. So this is how it's gonna go down. When you need constant validation, if you're not validating yourself, what I supposed to do with you? Now, I ain't saying that the king ain't supposed to validate the queen. You are. We do. But if you ain't validating yourself, if you ain't got no type of morning confessionals or daily profession or anything like that, and you're not communicating to yourself that you're beautiful, you're not communicating to yourself that you're intelligent, you're not communicating to yourself all your whatever your other qualities are that you might have, you're not communicating your strength to yourself, then what I supposed to do with you? Because I ain't got time to babysit you. Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to babysit. Listen, this is draining. This is the king gonna be thinking, this hoe draining me. I mean, she nice looking and all that. Yeah, she got the whole, what I'm saying, but she draining, man. You want her, dog? Go pitch some game at her, spit game at her, and see how she do. Because if she go for it, you can have her. This is what he gonna be telling his homeboys because he don't want you. He don't got time for it. A man need to stand up and validate his own self in his own mind with his own works. Then he got to constantly validate you. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. I mean, for whatever reason, other reasons, he might put up with it for who knows how long. But really, listen, You want that man looking at the front door. Be super needy and always got to have validation. And not only that, he know he can't trust you. Even if he got the patience and all that to deal with that, he can't trust you. Because if another dude come along and give you more validation than him, there you go. It's your weak-minded self. Now you done peeled off to the next dude. Because you needed validation. On top of validation. On top of validation. Get your mind right. Listen, number 5, y'all. I'm sorry if it found... Listen, I'm not sorry. And I don't apologize for telling you the truth. If y'all really want to know what a man think, come holler at me. Listen, I'll break the bro code for you. A lot more than this. And some in-person, face-to-face, one-on-one time, I'll break the bro code for you. I promise you I will. Ask Miss Allie G. I'll break the bro code for you. Because you need it. You need to stop looking for validation because it's not healthy. Number 5, avoidance of responsibility. This one's going to be quick, y'all. I'm going to make this one quick. Y'all. I'll make it quick. Listen, avoidance of responsibility. When you avoid responsibility, that makes you a weak-minded person. You always avoiding responsibility. If you always avoiding responsibility, that makes you a weak-minded person, period. So listen, and don't do it. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all something. One of them, this is perhaps actually, by the way, one of the most revealing, this is probably one of the most revealing signs of a weak-minded woman, is that she avoids all responsibility, right? If you always find someone else to blame when things go wrong, if you're quick to point the finger at homegirl over here or at him, at the king himself, you know what I'm saying, rather than take ownership of your own mistakes. If you avoid responsibility, it's just listen, that's a surefire way to stunt your personal growth. And a king want to see you grow. A dog man, listen, even he ain't going to be trying to deal with all that. He going to be like, look, listen. He can be quickly looking for the next weak-minded woman to go hang his hat over there. Who can at least take responsibility for her own actions in her own life. Even the dog man gonna run. He gonna, listen, you ever kept a dog in a cage for a long extended period of time, then you let him out, he just run. He tears the grass up this way, that way, this way. I mean, he just runs. That's exactly how he gonna be. He gonna be like a dog just finally free from a cage. He gonna run. And to be honest, I think that's the only one that give the dog man and the king got the same thing in common. Because the king gonna run too. He ain't finna be dealing with that. Listen, I can't take, no, gotta go. Pew. He gonna leave, listen, he gonna run away so fast, you gonna think he left his last name behind. Just trying to tell you what's good. So listen, I'm gonna just read y'all off just a couple of notes I got down about this. By blaming others, the weak-minded individual misses out on valuable learning opportunities. Again, back to that scripture. Always learning, never coming to the knowledge of the truth. They're unable to see their own role in a situation, and as a result, they're doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over again, including blaming the other people for those mistakes over and over and over again. That's why the king and the dog both run. Here we go. So, in closing, first of all, I want to let y'all know, you should be happy to hear this, that weak-mindedness is not a permanent condition. Okay? It's not a doomsday report, y'all. It's not something that really, I'm going to say, to be ashamed of. The truth is, we've all had some points where we've been weak-minded in some cases. Right? But you can come out of it. Ask yourself some questions. Start questioning yourself. Question yourself. Yeah. Say self. Excuse me, self. Yeah, hey, you. Self. Let me ask you something. What do you think you could do to build some mental strength here? How can you push past fear of failure? Commit to your goals, control your emotions, and find some self-validation, and then also take responsibility for your own self. How can you do that? You might find some interesting thoughts coming back. Because becoming mentally strong is not an overnight process, but it's a journey. It's a journey worth taking, but you know what? Whether you, as I always say, whether you're going from here to across the street or from here to China, every journey starts with the first step. You got to take them first steps. Them the hardest ones. You got to take them first steps. You got to recognize the signs in yourself of a weak-minded person. And then you got to do opposite things of what the things I just told you was weak-minded. You got to go do the opposite. You got to take control of your life. You got to practice. You might not come all the way out of it all at once, but you will come out of it step by step. Begin the journey. Come up. Come out. Now, what you waiting on? I'm saying, what are you waiting on? Queens, if you're a queen and you know it's a queen in you, you should be ready to take that first step. Because the path to mental strength and away from weak-mindedness is right in front of you. All you gotta do is walk in it. Take the first step. And I guarantee you, I'll meet you there. So here we are. Thanks a lot, you guys, for allowing me to speak to you like this. I appreciate all of y'all. I love y'all. You know my whispering queens. Y'all the bomb. And go out there and blow somebody's mind by changing your own self and changing your own life.
You say you need a break, now go. I won't beg or plead, you know. My strength comes from letting go. Watch me rise, I'll steal the show. The power of love is all I need. Your words can't hurt or make me bleed. Standing tall with all my grace. No longer playing in your space. You said I wouldn't make it through. Look at me now, feeling brand new. Inside of me, break the chains, I'm finally free. You said I wouldn't make it through, but look at me now, feeling brand new. I found the love inside of me. Break the chains, I'm finally free. Your space. You said I wouldn't make it through. Me bleed. Standing tall with all my grace. No longer playing in your space. I won't bow to your demands. Got my dreams in my own hands. No longer bound by empty lies. I won't drown in your disguise. doubts, dreams took flight. But fire comes from the ashes, baby, I'm taking back the night. Woke up feeling different, a regal new day. Tired bones, but my spirit knew how to play. Refused to stay silent, found my voice in the roar. One will hear my echo, stepping through that door. I was burned out, now I am stepping out in my power. Queen never falls, standing tall every hour. Flames couldn't break me, they forged my crown. Watch me grow, baby, I won't back down. Struggles in the mirror turned into my pride. Dreams resurrected, standing.
Your ass a black eye. Oh, say bye-bye. I'ma get your body to the sky. Run through your clit. Nigga, you pissed, don't trip. I'ma have to bust you in your lips. And the whips. Better have a whole lot of chips. Cause I ain't for no nigga giving tips. She's a bitch. When you say my name, talk more junk, but won't look my way. She's a bitch. See, I got more cheese. So back on up while I roll up my slit. She's a bitch. Can't see me, Joe. Get on down while I shoot my flow. She's a bitch. When I do my thing, got the place on fire, burning down the flame. Roll up in my car, don't stop, won't stop.
My turn. Y'all know what this is. This is still the Savage Room. Now, let's clear some things up here. We're gonna clear some things up. I'm gonna take a seat here. This is Venom and Virtue, the rise of Queen Bitch. We gonna thank King Chuck for getting up here talking about the weak-minded woman, and you're gonna figure out why we put all this together so it to be like this. For all y'all wondering, yeah, we got our t-shirts for part 1 of this series. Now, I know in the beginning I said this is series 1. This is Which Queen Are You series. This is actually part 1. There are 6 parts, and I have rolled in Queen Bitch because of everything that is going on. So, right there. Yeah, y'all can see me a little bit more. Now, I'm not going to cuss him out because, you know, he complaining about me cussing. And first of all, I do not have 80 degrees. Thank you very much. I have 6 bachelors, 12 associates, and 79 certificates. But that's not tooting my horn. Anyway, so why did I bring this up? Now, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest to trample them under their feet, and turn against the rend you. Matthew 7:6. Yeah, he kind of faded off on me. So see, I ain't cursed. So I'm a bless you before I gotta curse you. So I ain't gonna curse you like that. I'm gonna tell you about stuff. Now, I'm gonna apologize for telling you the truth. That you have been so stupid until this moment that you're gonna understand what you've been saying about yourself. Was that an apology? This is Savage Room. So I pulled my hair up for a minute. And I'm gonna tell you something. Now, y'all know I got my handy dandy notebook. We still in the Savage Room. We out. We got people in front of us. We are in an undisclosed location for some undisclosed people that pay undisclosed prices because some of y'all heifers is cheap. I mean, I ain't say that either. Anyway, so the reign of Queen Bitch. Queen Bitch didn't wake up one day and decide to be a force of nature. No, she was forged in fire. She was tempered by life cruelty, shaped with the betrayals, heartbreaks, and endless demands of the world that tried to strip her of her power. But here she stands, a woman, unapologetically herself, with boundaries that could break a steel wall and presence that demand respect. She doesn't have time for anything or anyone that doesn't recognize her value. If this makes her uncomfortable, it wouldn't, but it'll make you. Well, that's your problem, not hers. She knows exactly who she is, and she won't back down. In fact, Queen Bitch rules is all about venom and virtue. She's not just fierce, she's calculated, shrewd, and unwavering. She has learned that kindness can be a weapon, but compassion without boundaries is a trap. She doesn't just set a bar, she is the bar. And if you're not willing to rise to it, get out of her way. But the venom is not for everyone. It reserves for those who seek to manipulate, disrespect, and drain her. For everyone else, she got grace of a queen. But make no mistake, she rules with power, she speaks truth like a weapon, and her silence is louder than most people's words. Now, I'm going to break something down for y'all because y'all have words that y'all like to mix up. So this wouldn't be the Savage Room without me taking it to a whole different level. Before I tell you about the strengths, because y'all want to say y'all the queen bee. Saying you the queen bee and saying you a queen bitch is two different things. What is a bitch? Let's break down this word. Let me teach y'all something. By the way, this is not for children. Yes, I'm going to have Skittles coming out my mouth. Yes, y'all going to hear the word. This is the word that y'all want to use. I hear every person on TV. I hear every person all over the place call themselves this. Tell everybody that they the queen bitch. And they don't even know how to be a puppy. I got a question. What's stronger, queen bee or the queen bitch? You about to tell me it's the same thing. Is it? See, when a female dog has pups, they call her a bitch, but she has a collar around her neck. When a queen bee steps in her hive, she is the dominant force. Tell me, what's the difference? So you want to bring out parts of yourself because everybody telling you in society that this is what you want to be. You got to twerk your ass for you to get somewhere. Ooh, don't baby whisper that mouth. I have a question for everybody. Back in the day when we had the bad bees of the world, we had the queen bees. They called them queen bees. I got a question. Back in the day when we had them, did you see all of their flesh? Did they twerk in front of a camera? Did they jive their hips in a way that you would think they were giving birth to bullshit? I have this question. Did they put lashes on that they can't even see what's in front of them? Did they have so much weave in their head that they didn't even know they were bald-headed because they have manipulated themselves to see something that they're not? Did they go tummy tuck? They did tummy tuck, but did they tummy tuck their butts and everything else? I have a question. As you manipulate yourself to be beautiful in somebody else's eye, what do you see when you look in the mirror? See, a queen bee ain't got to see what everybody else sees. She knows that she's at the top. A queen bitch got to have validation. Are you a validating person to yourself? Or do you know the authenticity of your queendomship? I think I done hit you all before the time. I didn't come here to play. See, in my series, I ain't got to play with you. I ain't got to coddle you. And my God, this season 2, by now you know I'm going to tell you something, and then I'm going to coddle you and tell you get your ass up. You wanted this queen here first. You voted. I gave it to you. Not what you expected, was it? See, y'all all want to call each other names and you want to curse each other. And when you look at yourself and you say, I'm a bad bitch, you submitted to who? Who got a collar around your neck? I'm a queen bee. I know my kingdom. I know my queendomship. I know my crown. I know where my throne is. And you better get the hell out my courtyard if I ain't invite you. You have no seat at my table unless I pull the chair out with your name on it. Nobody will make me submit to them. But I will submit to myself. But you a bitch, so I can get you and manipulate you down. I can get you and put a collar on you. I put a shiny collar around your neck. You're going to be happy. Showing everybody, I got diamonds. But you a slave. He gave me these rings, but you still his hoe. Ooh, baby, what made you mad? What made me mad is half of y'all queens running around here calling y'all self bitches, and you don't even know what it means. How dare you disrespect the loyalty to yourself? How dare you tell your beauty that you are ugly inside when you are so afraid to face yourself? How dare you crack that mirror for somebody else, but when it's time for you to look in it, you don't even recognize yourself. You got so much makeup on that Bonk the Clown don't even know who you is. The peacock running behind you because your ass and stole his lashes. I gotta laugh at myself. And you gonna say, why you going there, baby whisper? Because half of y'all don't understand the potential that you got in you. Somebody else gotta validate you. Somebody else gotta tell you your beauty. Somebody else gotta tell you what to say. You don't even know an affirmation. Let me go get the switch, since all y'all wanna be a bitch. Ooh, she can play with words. I can play with words all day long. The truth of the matter is, what is the challenges? Half of y'all can relate to this. Watch this. The challenges are pushing people away. With high walls built from past wounds, Queen Bitch is slow to trust. She's been hurt before, and now she is guarded her heart with precise of warrior. Really? Or is she hide behind like the scarecrow with no heart? Or was that the lion that had no heart? I don't remember. I don't like Wizard of Oz either. Because don't tell me that you can play with a bad witch. See, y'all like to play with things. You like to play with magic. You like to play with energy. You like to play with things. You want to test something. But you don't want to test yourself to be something better than what you know you can be. But you want to play with something. How about you play with your potential and become something before you want to build something? You told me you wanted me to bring Queen Bitch. So I'm just going to be one. Except I'm not a bitch. I'm a queen bee. So I'm going to show you the dominance. Since you want somebody to dominate you, let me dominate you to wake your ass up so you can actually have some common sense. I want a man. But you keep bringing these justice homes to your children. And you want to know why your boys acting like they sissified people. Yeah, I just said that. And I ain't even talking about the true sissified people because they can beat your ass. A true man that knows himself will be a king regardless of the fact whether what he want to call himself. He still knows himself. Half of y'all can't even carry the crown of a queen. You don't even know what a princess is because you want to be a bitch. Get the collar. Go on and get that necklace. Get the collar. Get the collar. Go get your diamonds. Go get your pearls. Go get the collar. And while you talking about your purse that he paid all that money for, so he just got you a carrying case that you can't fit your ass in, but you can put on yourself? So he mocked his territory? Ooh, y'all mad at me. I ain't done yet. Trust issues. Trust is earned. And Queen Bitch has learned the lesson the hard way. She doesn't just hand out it like candy. She has proved yourself worthy of her trust. For those of y'all who have trust issues, you have second thoughts when you see somebody do something that is genuinely nice to you because you are so used to being manipulated. But if you have not faced yourself and forgave yourself for that situation, you are always going to be submitted to that manipulation. And that hardship and those wounds you got is always going to keep you underneath their thumb. Break those soul ties, but you don't know how because you so busy calling yourself out and pronouncing yourself as something. You are just submitting to what you are saying. So how about you call yourself out and say, girl, what you doing? See, sometimes people gestures aren't wrapped in manipulation. But if you trying to manipulate the situation, you always gonna see the manipulation because it's also coming from you. A woman can stand up and say, I don't trust you. A woman can say, wait a minute now, I got a little bit of concern going on. Now, he might come back to you and be like, you nagging me. But a real man gonna go back and say, why she got them trust issues? And I hate to tell you, if a man can argue with you like your homegirls, he's a bitch too. My bag. Let me be nicer. I'm going to have to excuse myself. Let me be nicer. If a man can come back and argue with you and go back and forth with you, there is no man on this earth, there is no king on this earth that is going to argue with you like your homegirl. Because at a certain point, he going to pronounce his dominance and say, girl, shut the fuck up. I ain't doing this no more. He going to walk away. If he don't walk away, he probably smack you down. But if he put his hands on you and he knows, regardless of the fact of whether you a big brawly broad, he knows that he can beat you. If he put his hands on you, he a bitch too. Guys can be bitches. Weak-minded. Always on guard. Queen bitch is constantly in defense mode. She used to protecting herself for those who want to tear her down. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is where me and Queen Bitch, we got something in common. So baby was going to tell you something as a Queen Bee. A Queen Bee and a Queen Bitch got this in common. You are so used to being under attack, you start attacking people who on your side. There are a few people that I can count on my hands that I know that is truly on my side. I go on defense with everybody, and I got to learn how to stop doing this. I go on defense with everybody, but this is a training ground right here, and I'm going to tell you why it's a training ground. The savage truth is that you are protecting your worth, but you have to understand you are vulnerable to your worth yourself, but nobody else can take your worth from you. I had to learn the hard way that my worth is not accounted by anybody else but myself. You can't tell me what I'm worth. I tell you. You don't tell me to submit to you. I refuse. Now you gonna say, she being unreasonable. No, see, I know how to be a wife. I failed because I chose the wrong husband. I chose a bitch to get married to. Yeah, I just said that. Sure did. Whole Irish boy I married. Sure did. And the whole time I was fixing fires that he had put us in. And at a point, I lost the strength of my own mind and self to fix something that manipulated me in the situation, period. And you cannot fix manipulation. You can only bind yourself with soul ties that you're going to have to get rid of. And by the time you go 10 years down the line, you're going to notice, where the hell this come from? You're supposed to go away. Trust me, sometimes you get divorced from them manipulating people. They going to come back. You want to know why they going to come back? Why you happy? If your dumb ass would have changed on your own, transformed on your own, we would both be happy. But no. A miserable person can't get and fall in love with a person who knows themselves, because a miserable person will make the person who knows themselves lose their identity. Then you start adapting words, and the words you start adapting are consciously putting negativity on yourself. And you want to know about, well, she got strength. The queen bee got misunderstood strength. A queen bitch has no strength because she has no accountability. It is everybody else's fault. You gonna give me everything I need if you don't get your ass up and go work for what you got. I'm gonna tell you the most satisfying moment in my life that I learned what my mama said to me. My mama said to me, the day that you go into a store and spend $500 on yourself and still got $500 in your pocket and you ain't got no man standing around you, that's the day you became a queen. At the age of 18, I walked into the store. I ain't spent it on myself, I spent it on my son. And then I spent it on myself because I love Nikes. Hint, hint, Nike. Anyway, so I love Nike. So I went in the store and bought me 9 pairs of Nikes. Spent $500. You know damn well you can't do that nowadays. Yeah, that was back in the day. And I got me 2 pairs of Timberlands. That was to beat a bitch ass. Y'all know what that means. You say, baby whisper, you too smart for this. What I'm telling you is that we all have these moments. But in that moment that I did that and I spent money on my son and I spent money on myself and I did it myself. See, I come from a line of strong women. The one thing they teach us is at a point of your life, you're going to have that weak moment, but never turn into a bitch. I'm looking at my mama saying, ooh, are you calling us a... Remember Queen Latifah's song? Who are you calling her? U-N-I-T-Y. That's a reason why everybody from that age know that song. Don't disrespect me. I will never submit to you. And half of y'all, a guy call you a bitch and you gonna smile on his face and say, you think I'm bad. He think you dumb. The misunderstood strength. The people love to label themselves as a bitch, as cold, hard, too much. What they don't understand is a queen bee don't apologize for being powerful, but a bitch will always apologize to being submissive. Who you submit to? Whether it's your homegirl that you know that you are playing with fire, whether it's your homeboy that you know he like you, but you're going to keep playing back and forth with him because he going to give you what you want right now. I'm going to tell you how you done damned yourself. Because you're going to forget yourself, your identity. And you're going to say, you call this venom and virtue. I told you I was starting with venom. The bitch in you is telling you all about the venom, the falsehood, the falsity, the manipulation of words. Now come on with it. Come on, magician. I like unmasking them. The queen bee in me don't see the power in manipulation. I see the weakness. See, when I say words harsh, you automatically think that I'm being too much and too harsh. I'm saying something to piss you off because the only emotion that works in some of y'all is anger. That's why I'm wearing red. That's why I made her red, because I know y'all was going to be mad. She was going to get up here and tell us how we going to pull the bitch out of us. No, sweetheart, I was going to tell you to take that whole collar off. And while you taking that collar off, I was going to tell you to get yourself up and get your beehive. I'm going to tell you one person that I ain't heard call themselves a B-I-T-C-H yet. It's only one person, and we know she manipulating the whole music world. I'm gonna let y'all think on that, because I would hate to receive a cease and desist, and I would say, ma'am, I can help you get yourself where you need to be instead of playing with that black magic. Don't get mad at me when I push a nerve because I done told the truth. Don't get mad at me because I'm trying to tell you, sister girl, get off your ass and do it for yourself. Don't get mad at me because I stick Chuck up here first to put you in the mood to be like, she about to get up here and agree with us. No, the hell I ain't. The truth is the truth. And the truth of the matter is, none of y'all know what it means to be fearlessly authentic. Nobody. I'm going to stand up for this one. Nobody knows what it means to get up here and be as real. You ain't got to sugarcoat it. You ain't got to look and make it comfortable for nobody else. You need to be authentic. Look into yourself and understand you. Before you want to add yourself with another person standing next to you, you need to know you first. See, the queen bee then pulled herself into a place where power can't be taken from her. Some of y'all then put yourselves in positions that you trying to play with yourself and you trying to say, all right, I'm going to hype myself up. You cannot manipulate yourself out of a setback. You cannot manipulate the situation out of a setback. And when you allow somebody to tie you with a collar, whatever it is, into a situation, your setback is going to be holding a hold on that comeback because your mindset is still, I'm a bad bitch. You better get the fuck up and take that collar off. You not a bad bitch. You a queen bee. Hear me, queens. Hear me, queens. You want to know the strength? Nobody can manipulate strength. Nobody. An illusionist can show you what you can be. They can dress you up in fine clothing. But if you never can buy yourself that fine clothing, you are not happy with yourself because you are dependent on somebody else. A queen knows when she has to set her boundary. A queen knows when she has to set her boundary. I didn't do this first for y'all to get up here and tell me, well, baby whisper, I know what you about to say. I know what you about to say. You ain't got a clue what's about to come out my mouth. And that's the point of me doing this series. Wake yourself up. Y'all beautiful women are out here letting a man tell you what you is. And some of y'all sitting next to women that pretending to be men telling you what you supposed to be is. It is the same exact mental game. You just looking at somebody that look like you. Game don't change, people do. Words don't change. The accents do. And the ability for you to understand that venom runs through every bitch out there. Virtue is what queens bring. You see, I need you to master your boundaries. I need you to not only have rules, but I need you to have power behind your words. I need you to understand that you need to set the lines when it comes to some people. I need you to understand that when you draw that line in that sand, do not cross it. I need you to have unapologetic confidence. And some people gonna tell you that you are like a fire that can't be extinguished. You don't need to explain yourself and seek approval. You need to know your worth and understand that you are valid. You are valid in what you are feeling. I need you to be rooted in deep understanding that you is a prize. That crown on your head, that body that you got, those words that you know, those feelings that you got. You, yourself, is a prize to be standing next to a true king. Leave those jesters and magicians behind at the table and tell the dogs, get the hell out your courtyard. I need you to protect your peace. You're going to have to understand that it's going to be a fight to protect your peace. Because toxicity is what life has been driving us through. Everything is toxic. All the confusion and chaos. That is what they do when they don't want you to come up in the game. I need you to understand that drama, lies, and manipulation that somebody brings to you, these problems that they bring to you, is to put a collar around your neck. Rise up, queen. I need your peace to be your foundation of your strength. And I need you to understand that the fierceness that you show does not have to be on somebody else's ability and capability and nobody else's feelings. Because you're going to understand, in order to show your strength, you're going to have to show people that your boundaries is going to draw that line. And once you do, you're going to go to war. I need you to know that you are queen bee. This is your courtyard. It's like a hive. Everybody protects the queen. The loyalty is true. But you always gonna have that one person that's gonna come in and test your authenticity. You can't sugarcoat it. You can't be nice. You can't worry about making somebody uncomfortable. You can't worry about people pleasing. Hell, you gotta know your authenticity is one of your superpowers. Everyone can't handle you. Hell, everybody can't handle me. They don't like the fact that when I walk in the room and I see it, I'ma say it. That's your issue, not mine. I stand in my truth. Test the boundary. If you big and bad enough, test me. Have a conversation with me. I ain't backing down for what I say. If I'm wrong, I admit it because I'm a woman. I'm a queen. If you right, I'm going to give it to you. That's your win. But I'm a woman, I'm a queen, and I don't need to take from nobody else. I need to make sure when I walk in a room, I leave the room that is level the way I came into the room. I don't need to talk down to you for you to understand. The words coming out of my mouth is not here to bring you down. It's here to build you up. I'm not here for you to understand that this is the badness that you need to be. I need the queen to come out. Rise up, queen. Where's she at? Where's she at? They gonna tell you too harsh because you gonna tell them what you think. You gonna tell them that I don't like that. You're gonna express your emotion. They're gonna tell you too much because you demand respect and you demand a level of where you know you should be. They're gonna tell you too demanding. You too demanding because you know your worth. But the truth is, it's exactly what all us queens need to be in this work. Truth is, you're not here to be liked, sweethearts. You're here to be respected. And if nobody can handle your truth, your strength, your boundaries, that's not your problem. That's theirs. So you don't need to shrink yourself to feel comfortable to fit in a room that you're too big for. You don't need to apologize for your greatness. And if you are intimidated by anything that you do, if you are intimidated by anything you do, you need to push yourself harder to understand that you are capable of getting there. If they are intimidated by what you do, they are not on your level. They are afraid of what you got. The power within you is intimidating them because they see something they want and they can't have it when you got the strength of yourself. What is your worth? More than you know. More than you know. You got to stand firm because you have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself. You ain't got to beg for love or loyalty. That is your demand, that you have love and loyalty. You shouldn't have to beg for somebody's love because when a person loves you, it is going to be automatically given to you. And love and loyalty go together. If they not loyal to you, they don't love you. And if they love you, they automatically should be loyal to you. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to hear me out. I want you to hear me out. I challenge you to stand in your full power. Stop shrinking yourself for others. Stop explaining yourself. Stop making excuses for setting boundaries. Set them, enforce them, protect your peace with the fierceness of a lioness. But tell you what a lioness do. A lioness know when she see a true king. She know when kings come around. She know when a true man comes around. Because she will fold, but she will not submit. She will fold to what he is doing. However, he ain't gonna let her hit the ground. So you can fold down and still don't hit the ground. Because a man is going to be there when before you hit the ground, he going to be like, what you doing? Stand up. No man wants you to bow to him if you his queen. If you are his queen, he not going to have you bow to him. He might have you sitting a little bit lower than him, but it ain't going to be too low because you got to be on his level. Venom and virtue, queens. Birth or your birthright. Wear your crown with pride. Stand tall in your authenticity. And never ever apologizing for being the force of nature that you are. Reign with power, grace, and the savage truth. You are Queen Bee. Stop using those words that is going to bring you down to something else. Words are so powerful. You are not a queen bitch. You are a queen bee. Every woman that stands in the savage room trains herself to greatness, confidence, knowledge. And this is the end of part 1. We welcome Queen Bitch as she leaves as Queen Bee. I hope y'all enjoyed y'allselves. I know I done told you all about yourself. It's a little different in the savage room. Next queen up is the queen of the castle. That is Queen Savage. She comes out in March in Women's Month. I did this like this for y'all to be able to understand that the words that we are putting on ourselves are so powerful. And our daughters, our granddaughters are learning. They are learning the wrong things. And in order for us to get a leash on how we are going to put power into our girls, we must have power in our queens now. Let it go. Understand that we go through manipulation, we go through hurt. We have fell into traps that we be like, how the hell I get in that? You got in that because you let your boundaries down. It's human nature for a woman to always see the best in somebody else. Unless you are a manipulating magician woman. There are women magicians. There are women illusionists. And of course we know there are bitches running around here that just want a collar to be put on. You are better than that. Know your worth. I'm out.
Ink on the pages they try to define, lost in the lines, but the story is mine. From shadows emerge, my light gonna shine. Breaking the mold, I rewrite every sign. Back on the wall, they thought I would fall. Rise from the ashes, now I'm standing tall. Erase all the doubt, voices gonna crawl. New pen in my hand, I'm here to draw. Rewrite the narrative, flip every script. Power and plan, let none be eclipsed. Breaking the limits, don't let dreams slip. Barricades fall when courage equips. Rewrite the narrative, flip every script. Path in my path, ain't nobody compare. Echoes of critics, I'm tuned elsewhere. Hands on my destiny, I got it with care. Breaking these chains, feelings they said. Moving to horizons without any fret. Vision so clear, ain't nobody bet. Riding my journey, no limits met. Pages of life I scribble in gold. Voice of a rebel, too bold to be sold. Flipping the script, so steady roll. Pen game strong as stories unfold. Rewrite the narrative. Breaking these chains, feelings instead. Moving to horizons without any threat. Vision so clear, ain't nobody there. Riding my journey, no limits met. Pages of life, I scribble in gold. Voice of a rebel, too bold to be sold. Flipping this. Talking dreams, now schemes grow strong. Plant seeds, hustle hard, no facade. We